Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing good. So in this video, we will continue with heap and we will see a very interesting problem. Before that, I would like to introduce you to this ebook. This ebook is on data structures and algorithms, and it has 90 plus DS algo chapters with 15 plus HR questions. So if you are preparing for coding interviews, then these two things are something that is a must. Sometimes HR questions can be a little tricky and you might not know how to answer. They are general questions, but sometimes you might not know how to answer. So this book is written by a software engineer who himself has worked in many multinational companies. He has gathered all his experience and written this wonderful ebook. Uh, Let me just quickly take you through some of the elements. See here, the introduction is given about big O of n, time complexity, space complexity, sorting is there, searching is there, tree data structures, graphs, all important ones are there. And this it is, going to cover almost everything actually. Like if you click on any link, uh, let me click on this link, for example, suppose recursion. So recursion, see how well neatly it is documented, and with diagrammatic representation, code and all of that. So it is really worth your money, and the link is in the description of this video. Please check it out. It is affordable. It is available for a very affordable price. So let us see today's problem. Today's problem is given a binary tree, we have to check if it is following max heap property or not. So what is max heap property? So I don't think I have to tell you what is binary tree. I think that you would have understood already by now. So what is a max heap property? So max heap sorry. So max heap property, what are the two conditions? First is parent node should have value, parent node value should be greater than all the values in both left and right subtree. So it should be greater than all values in left slash right subtree. And this should be recursively true for each and every node. So this property, this first property should be recursively true for each node. And second most important property is the binary tree should be a complete binary tree. Binary tree should be a complete binary tree. So these two properties are a must. So we should check these two things. And if it satisfies, then yes, the binary tree is following max heap property. How do we check for the first property? So if we want to determine the first property, it is just actually sufficient enough to check at each and every node. Each and every node, if we can check the children of that node, if that node has children, we can just check if the child's value is greater than or equal to parent, then we return false. I'll repeat that. To determine the first condition, if it is true or false, it is enough for us to check at each and every node if that node has left or right child, whichever child it has. If the child has a value greater than or equal to parent, then it won't be a max heap. So let us take some examples of max heap. So example of max heap can be something like this: 5, 2, 3. So this is a max heap. It can be 1, 0 also. This also is max heap, because see, for 5 all the values are less in both the subtrees. For 2 all the values are less in both the subtrees. So this is a complete binary tree also. Why is it a complete binary tree? If you look at all the levels apart from the last, they are filled in left to right order completely, and last level is filled from left onwards. So this first property we can determine by just checking parent and child values, because ultimately that only will help us. Okay, and we can, that is actually efficient way. I'll show you the code and explain much better. But what about this second property? How do you check for a complete binary tree? For complete binary tree, we can keep a variable called index. Initially, let it be 0. And what we can do is we can try to check for the level order traversal. We can do level order traversal and try to check at each and every level if all the nodes are in correct order. Like, it should not end up like this. This is not a correct binary tree. So this is incomplete binary tree, but this is correct. So how do you differentiate this and this with the code? Let us see that. Let us see how to code it. I'll show it to you now. So see, this is the function, okay, that is given to us. We are given a parameter that is root node. So if root is null, then I return 1, because that's what the answer is asking us. It says if the root value is 1, return, if the root is null, return 1. Next, I am trying to find out the size of the tree. What is size of tree? It just represents number of nodes. Why do I want number of nodes? It will help me for this second condition. Because if this index value becomes greater than or equal to number of nodes at any time, then I will return false. I will show you, I'll explain to you also with example. I'll remove all this now. I'll show you with example, don't worry. So let this be there. Okay, then I am just taking a variable called index, and I am passing everything to a function called check heap. It will check if the binary tree is heap or not. If it is a heap, it will return 1, otherwise false. Now this is the method to find out number of nodes. I have already discussed this in a binary tree playlist only. Sorry, binary tree, these things, questions in this playlist. So you can find out the answer from there, like how to find out number of nodes. This is the method. Okay. Now let us come to our main function. This is check heap, which is main function. First of all, if root is null, I'll return true, because even a null tree is considered as heap. If there are no elements also, it is heap. Although in the question it says number of elements is greater than or equal to 1, just the bare condition for recursion. If you're doing recursion, you need a base condition, right? For this only. And even though even if it was equal to greater than or equal to 1 also, we need this condition, because the moment we reach a null value, we have to return something. So that is fine. Now what is this index greater than or equal to 1? Let us see that. For now, just keep this, don't read this, just keep it aside. Let us see this condition. If root left, that means we are first of all trying to see if there is a left child for the current node, and if there is a left child, then the left child value, if it is greater than the root value, if this is at any node, it need not be only like this, it need not be only this as a root node, it can be this also. So suppose this is the node, we can consider this also. Okay, we have to consider all these possible nodes. So if left child has greater value than the parent, then we return false, because it can't be a max heap. Similarly, if right child is present and right child has a value greater than or equal to parent, then also we return false. So there is OR condition over here. So this is checking the first property of max heap. Now I am saying return check heap root left, and I am passing index as 2 into index plus 1. Why is this? These two conditions are for checking the second property, that is if it is a complete binary tree or not. Actually this one, this condition is for checking if it's a complete binary tree or not. So I'll write here, this is for checking complete binary tree or not. This is for checking that. How is it checking? What is exactly happening? Let us take example and see. Now I'll explain with example. Okay. So suppose let us consider this. Let us consider this tree. We have to check if it is heap or not. So initially index is equal to 0. Okay, we are at the parent, that is root node. Now we want to go to next level. So this is level 1. This is level 2. So when we go to level 1, if this was the 0th node, what will this be? This will be first node. This will be second node. Correct? So if index is initially equal to 0 at the 0th level, at the first level index values will be what? This index values will be 2 into index plus 1 and 2 into index plus 2. Substitute index as 0 over here. What will you get? 1 and 2. So basically why we pass 2 into index plus 1, 2 into index plus 2 is when we go to next level, we want all those nodes in the left subtree and right subtree. And I will tell you why this is important for checking complete binary tree or not. Okay, so now index value over here, it is 1, over here it is 2. In this function call, index is 1, in this it is 2. Now again you go to the left of this. So what will index become from here? It was 1. Okay, over here it is 1. It will become 2 into index plus 1, which is equal to what? 3. And 2 into index plus 2, it will become 4. And over here, when the call is at this node, when the call is at this node, what will happen? It will be 2 into index plus 1, which will make it what? 2 into 2 plus 1, 5, and 2 into index plus 2, which is 6. How many nodes are over here? Over here in this binary tree, how many nodes are there? 5 nodes are there. Okay, 5 nodes. So n is equal to 5. We can observe that n is equal to 5, but our index value will take the value of 6 also. Our index value can be greater than or equal to our n. Then we can say that this is not a complete binary tree. Because see, at least one time our index value will become greater than or equal to n. See, it became 6 here, right? It became 5 also. It should not be. So that is what I was trying to say. Let me clearly explain again. Maybe some of you did not understand. I'll draw the tree here. See, over here there are 5 nodes. Okay, there are 5 nodes over here. At the 0th level, I will call this as 0th node. At the first level, this is first node, second node. This is third node. And if there was a node over here, suppose if there was a node, this would be fourth. But there is no node over here. Okay, so this is going to be fifth node now, not fourth node. Just remember that. See, over here there should have been a node. but there is no node, there is no child for this node. So this is fifth node. So over here, if there was a node, this would be sixth and this is fifth. But we can have only node 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our index of the node can't be greater than or equal to number of nodes. So if this was the binary tree, then we will have this as sixth node, this as fifth node. Otherwise, if this is binary tree, then this is fifth node. So both of these are not complete binary trees. How did we get to know that? We got to know that because index became greater than or equal to n. So we have to pass 2 into index plus 1 and 2 into index plus 2. This is to the left subtree, this is to the right subtree, in order to check if it is a complete binary tree or not. So this is the method we use, this index method only. Because ultimately, if you have to represent the heap in array form, if you have to represent heap in array, it would have these elements only, na? Array of 0, array of 1, array of 2, array of 3, array of 4. There would not be array of 5. How can you have array of 5 when you have 5 elements? If you have 5 elements, max is array of 4 only, right? So like this also you can think. If you were to represent this heap in form of array, how many elements, what is the greatest index? Greatest index would be 4. But if you are getting index 5 and 6, then it is not going to be a binary tree. I think in the previous example, I mentioned wrong because I had not drawn this node, just correct it. So this node, if it is there, it is going to be sixth node and it is still not going to be a complete binary tree. So that's all. This is a recursive problem, and recursion, if you know, you can solve it completely. If you like the explanation, hit the like button, share it with all your friends, subscribe to the channel. It will really motivate me. And take care, stay safe, keep learning, keep growing. Stay tuned. Bye.